Today, I will talk about IELTS preparation and the practice sessions importance. If someone interested to become the extraordinary speaker, if someone interested to appear in the IELTS exam, must have to take well preparation. Before they go for sitting in the IELTS exam, they need to take well preparation in such a way so that they can win the race of getting excellency here in the real IELTS exam. There is a rumor well introduced here in the society or in our candidate. Without having well preparation, those who have a little bit knowledge on English language will be able to score excellent. I strongly disagree with this as because from my experience of teaching for about 17 years on this language, I can say that without having elastic preparation, under the guidance of an expert one on IELTS teach format, to score excellent and to trigger the success point is absurd. No challenge to say that in our country, more particularly in Dhaka city, mushroom-like coaching centers are available. They are just giving different kind of offers, promotional discounts and so on to make them convinced enough to get admission into their coaching centers. In fact, they're not being able to give the proper dose of teaching like as their expectation and to score excellent in the IELTS exam. In fact, I need to focus on here most important thing. That is, before choosing the coaching center or the resource person to take well preparation for IELTS examination, they need to think about the expertiseness on the resource person first. They should not look for the gorgeousness or they should not look for the outfittings of the coaching centers, building, classroom, and etc. etc. They need to take well preparation from the resource person. So for that reason, they need to understand whether the resource person will be able to teach them properly, having global standard educational and teaching criteria maintaining. If they satisfy their chairs, from whom they will get the world-class and global standard educational guideline, then they can take the decision that yes, they need to take admission here in that institution or the coaching center. Otherwise, being emotional or with the tide of your friends and near and dear ones or motivational words of that kind of coaching centers, if you take your admission here in those mushroom-like coaching centers, you will get dropped out from the classroom as because most of the classrooms of that kind of mushroom-like coaching centers are only tended to profit-making centers. Teachers may be good, but teachers have some binding to deliver here in the classroom as because they are paid poorly and they have some restrictions to work out for the betterment of the students or the examinees. However, what I'm telling regarding the IELTS preparation is that once you think about well preparation, standard preparation for IELTS exam, you need to be much more thoughtful that yes, who will be able to be mentor to me, give me the guideline for this reason. Take some time for finding out that kind of resource person. Don't be emotional enough to look for that kind of resource person. Once you will get your desired person, take the decision to meet with him in person, face to face. He or she will just try to make sure you're better man, make sure better understanding in which way he or she will just try to give you the proper dose of education to make your dream come into true. So this is the thing that I need to just focus on. Most of the examinees or the IELTS students in Bangladesh jump over the pen and they get roasted with the cheating tendency of that kind of mushroom-like coaching centers. I will surely say regarding that kind of students that you better look for the person who will meet your demand, meet your desired teaching, and who will be able to give you the proper dose of knowledge that will fulfill your knowledge, however, that will give you the guarantee to score excellence here in the real IELTS exam. In fact, I will ask you and I will recommend you and more politely or more humbly request you to meet in person with a resource person here in Bangladesh who has been teaching IELTS for about 17 years with global standard quality and global standard. So you better meet with that kind of resource person and get clarification what style and for what reason you will have to take guideline from that kind of resource person. If you're great and if you want to and if you're interested to get perplexed, that is, if you're interested to meet with that kind of person to fulfill your knowledge special in English language and the teaching styles, modern styles of English language teaching, you're requested to contact the phone number 01715 819457. I repeat, 01715 819457. Before I end my lecture here, or the talk regarding your admission procedure and finding a resource person here in Bangladesh, I need to focus on some of the highlights that a resource person be or belong to. At the time of your preparation under that kind of resource person, you will get global standard study materials on the basis of individual expectation. For example, if you are interested to score, if you have the desire to score 9 out of 9, if you are interested to score 7 out of 7, if you are interested to score 8 or 6, individually, for you, the resource person will prepare the lecture sheet, study materials, and everything. There would be a separate guideline for you, not like as any other coaching center. The resource person will just give you the photocopied materials or the materials at the time of your class. Honestly speaking, for meeting your demand, your desired goal, to help to reach your goal, to score 9 in your real IELTS exam, the resource person will invest his escalated time and extraordinary effort to you to make you the herald. Wholehearted and concerted efforts will be paid to you to trigger the success point as well. Your study materials will never match with another student. And the student who dreams to score 7 will never get the study materials that the resource person will provide to the 8 score holders. To make it very clear to all, one who repeat the thing is that every individual, the students, and that resource person will get separate instruction, separate lessons, separate teaching styles, and separate study materials and sheets. That is the thing, that is the specialty of that resource person. Not like his other coaching centers. He will provide you the photocopied materials and the Cambridge books for solving the problems and working out the exercises and so on. No, everything will be creative materials will be provided. And for speaking, you will get the test of global standard British and native speakers also. Understanding the capacity of understanding of the students, the resource person will just try to give you the lesson in such a way that will just make you a very good speaker and the extraordinary speaker. In the long run, you will be able to understand that yes, you have done a good job. Those who are enthusiastic to change the inner heart and the inner cover of your knowledge vessel. Those who are interested enough to change your language skills and expertise within a short time, step by step, with the guidance of the resource person who will just be able to make you the herald and pioneer like. He has already made a good number of people working in different sectors in Bangladesh and abroad. They are holding the significant positions and dignified positions after being educated, after being guided by the resource person. So I'm not just motivating you. It's the reality, it's the truth. In true sense, you need to depend and rest on that kind of person who will guide you very personally. He is not your friend. He is not your teacher. He will just work with you just like a guide, coach, and mentor, just like a captain of the playground. You will be the player. He will just give you the guideline and coach. So to get the world-class teaching styles and teaching materials and mechanisms, you need to rely on that person. Just try to meet in person with that person and get clarified and get sure and make sure that you have been able to meet with the such resource person who will be able to give you the proper dose of education, which is hardly been found here in Bangladesh nowadays. People are running after making money. The resource person will never hanker after wealth, and he will not only just try to give you the education. He is all the time busy to make you the perfect human being by providing you different kind of moral lessons also. However, I was focusing on what extent you will have to choose that kind of resource person. In fact, 90 plus classes will be provided and conducted individually. More than 90 classes. And more than 15 full mock tests will be conducted by that resource person for individual candidates. And every study materials will be provided instantly, ready-madely. And the person-to-person guideline, individual dictation of writing test 2 and writing test 1 will be provided. It is very much clear that all the answer scripts of the students will be assessed and corrected line by line by the resource person and be given marking according to the standard of British Council or the Cambridge University Press. The examiner, the resource person will just give you the guideline, how you can improve your sentences, how you can make your writing up to the mark, how you can develop and how you can focus and expose and demonstrate your knowledge that you have acquired in the tenure and course of your academic life or in your professional life through your pain at the time of your exam. Within a short time, within 40-minute time, it may be very much difficult and not that much easier for most of the individual students in the exam hall to project and demonstrate the quality. But there is a shortcut way and tips that you need to follow, and you will get all this randomly from the research person while you will be under his supervision. So, what I was talking about is writing. If you are not good at basics, you will get the proper guideline from the research person for developing your basics first. Step by step, you will get your improvement. There is no magical approach and there is no medicine that will be just provided to you for taking and getting cure from the English disease. No, not at all. Exactly, you will work and the research person will give you the guideline. Step by step, you will be confident enough that you have been the herald. You are getting developed gradually. So, to win over the match, to score excellent in the IELTS exam, you better look for that kind of resource person who will be able to meet your demand, meet your thrust of knowledge acquiring in respect of English language. Without having the proper knowledge and experience, no one will be able to give you the guideline that will meet your best desire, actually. Eventually, in case of speaking module, it is very much too late. The resource person under whom you will just take the preparation will give you the guideline and take a good number of mock tests and increase your fluency, intonation, standard style of speaking, and your pronunciation, tone of voice tuning master kits will be provided. And your speaking style will be rated and verified and assessed day by day, person to person. If there is any mistakes found in your speaking styles and so on, the resource person will just try to give you the guideline and correction instantly on particular questions answer. For example, if the examiner asks you different questions on your personal matches, the resource person, with whom you will take the preparation, will give you the proper answer very clearly so that you can score 9, 8, 7, 6 as per your requirement. Everything will be instantly given from the mouth of the examiner, the resource person. So, be very, very serious to choose your resource person under whom you will take the whole preparation. In case of speaking module, there are assorted type of techniques remaining to discuss here. While you will be under the resource person supervision, you will get well preparation and get all the guidelines. They would have some templates on this also. Idea gathering and fluency, pronunciation, accuracy, grammatical range and accuracy, coherence, correlations, avoiding the repetition of words in speaking, hesitations, mumbling, everything. You will get a total solution. Your speaking will be just like a native speaker. Undoubtedly, you will get pleasure in yourself, and at the end of your exam day, you will surely be thankful, and you will be bound to thank to your resource person after the end of your examinations. In case of listening, what I would like to draw your attention state. Listening. Most of the mushroom-like coaching centers and the resource person available here in Jaga City are doing what? They are providing you the Cambridge or any other books CD and playing it inside the classroom, and you are getting stumbled at the time of answering the difficult questions without getting the proper tools and the knowledge from that kind of resource person. So how to solve this kind of questions? Actually, I'm talking about the resource person who will never give you that kind of study materials or the CD for answering the questions without having the preparation. It's a mockery. It's absurd matter. Without having the preparation on listening, how you will be able to score excellent in the listening module, how you will be able to answer this kind of questions, and your confidence will less down, and you will get loser in the long run. So the way the resource person I'm talking about will teach you in case of in regard to listening state, he will just try to make you the very good listener first, step by step, giving you the different and assorted type of techniques of becoming the very good listener. And he will give you the lesson how to develop your pronunciation like as the native speaker. It will take time, but not absurd. Just try to give a little bit time to your resource person to make you the native speaker. Why not? Why you are just getting worried? Why you are just hurry about scoring excellent? Just try to pay more attention and give the time to your resource person and wait for the day that will just give you and that will just present you in the world, before the world. And the audience is that you are the expert speaker. Undoubtedly, it will just come true. Within a short time and in course of time, you will be able to become and notice yourself that you are a British speaker. You are a native speaker. It's not the daydream. The dream can be true here with the resource person with whom you will just take all preparation. I'm talking about that kind of resource person. However, you may think about that kind of resource person that whether for what reason he is here in Bangladesh without going to different countries, if he is so much extraordinary in that extent. I'm not talking about that kind of, I'm not giving answer this kind of questions. I was talking about the listening right now. You will get to know all sorts of things about the resource person while you will be the student of that kind of resource person. Honestly speaking, if you are becoming very good listener, whenever you will attempt or encounter different questions or the different answers on listening, very spontaneously you will be able to answer all sorts of things and your confidence will be geared up and boost up and you will get pleasure in yourself that yes, You are fit and perfect, and you can work for the real IELTS exam right now. So, what you will do? You will ruin your future or not? You will ruin your time or not? No, undoubtedly not. I will suggest and recommend you not to be emotional while taking admission into IELTS course. This is very practical. You need to know where you need to give pause, where you need to put punch, and where you need to apply your the pace. Sometimes you need to be the stormy speaker. You need to speak a lot. You need to speak very fastly. And somewhere you need to speak very politely and very smartly. You need to show your volume ups and downs, just like the rhythm and tone of voice tuning master keys, like as the harmonium or any other instrument, musical instrument also. So, listening must have to be learned first, and you need to develop your listening first, and then go for answering the questions. That will give you the very good excitement in yourself that yes, you're getting developed. That is possible by the supervision of the resource person with whom I'm talking about. Exactly, you may be perplexed what you need to do. Someone may just be thinking about that, yes, I have taken well preparation from different coaching centers and have been cheated. It may be your bad experiences. I'm sorry for that, because there are different kind of coaching centers like that, and they have opened the trap for them. And the innocent, the enthusiastic students or the trainees are just getting stumbled on that trap, and they are just being emotions, and they are just being cheated, and they are not being able to decorate the inner heart with the intact knowledge of English language. Rather, they are being demotivated that English is very tough and intricate and it's very bitter. I will say to those who have been cheated by mushroom-like coaching centers in Bangladesh to come in person, to meet with the resource person in person and get clarified and being tested, and be confident that the person will be able enough to make them the extraordinary herald-like speaker, writer, and the English language user. In case of reading, I need not to waste here my valuable time or your valuable time to talk about this module. In Bangladesh, you will look at that most of the students are from Bengali medium background, and because of that, they are not used to what? Used to reading a lot of text and literature, English literature. Even most of the people or the students avoid to read newspapers, English newspapers. And because of the lack of the habit of reading newspapers or the English, they are not able enough to go through the reading module, and they cannot make and they cannot cut a good figure in the real IELTS exam in reading module. So that would be made easier here. Proper guidance, and there would be thousands of techniques how to make and twist the integration difficulty of reading module actually. Confidently speaking, to win over the match, to win over the race of getting excellency in respect of IELTS preparation, how the resource person with whom you will take preparation is the best and will remain the best until he expires, because he has been able to make the things happen by untiring efforts, and more than 800 teaching styles are available here to him. He exercises in such kinds of materials, abstract materials, that is very, 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 very interesting to the students and to the trainees at all. Hardly been found here in Bangladesh, not only in Bangladesh, in South Asia and some other English-speaking countries. The materials that we provided by the resource person about whom I'm talking about, you will get. No telling to say that. The time, money, and your labor will never go astray. There is a guarantee. If you take your will and intellectual decision to take the preparation under this resource person coming into the supervision and under the supervision of this resource person, undoubtedly within a short time, you will have extraordinary flavor in yourself, and you will have the instigations, and you'll have the inspiration in yourself. You will certainly be the ambassador of that kind of resource person who will advertise on behalf of that resource person that, yes, my friend, you can go to meet with that kind of resource person who will make you outfitting and the inner fitting very, very extraordinary in English language. There's the thing, that the reality that you need to understand. Nowadays, most of the top executives of this country and high officials are not being able to deliver the public lectures, public speaking in English. Their rate of speaking styles and everything are very, very poor when they are not being able to do extraordinary here in these professions also. For those, just giving you the challenge that yes, you can meet with the resource person and discover yourself that yes, you are at the bank of the knowledge harbor of English language. How to deal with this language, he will just try to make you understand by dint of his untiring efforts and trying. That has been just continued for about 17 years. Thousands of students, professionals, doctors, engineers, university teachers have got the well preparation and knowledge and guideline from this kind of research person. So why not you are just getting contact with that kind of research person? Yes, you need to take the well preparation and wise decision that you will meet with that person in person and take well preparation, and you will be the extraordinary and you will win about the match. That's the thing. I'm not motivating you. It's the reality. At the very bottom line of my statement here today, I need to say that English language learning is a continuous process. The more you will practice, the more you will be well equipped and expert enough. The more you will use this language, you will be an expert user. So don't stop and don't pause your learning. Carry on your learning till your death. And once you will be able to notice yourself that you are in a very significant position of English language. 3-month course, 6-month course, 1-month course will never give you the very good satisfactory answer and feedback at all. That is true. But proper guideline under the supervision of a resource person who will be able to give you the proper guideline day by day, step by step, can make you the very best speaker. Undoubtedly, there is no doubt. And that's all, nothing more than that. Carry on your war against the ignorance on English language learning and just try to deep your knowledge. Just try to watch. Just try to be enthusiastic and just try to be crazy enough to change your tone of voice, tuning, and your accent and style of speaking and presentation. It doesn't matter whether you are from English medium background or Bengali medium background. Doesn't matter actually. Language has no barrier to the Bengali speaking people, Chinese speaking people, or any other language speaking people. So if you are serious about learning English language, you better contact with the person who can just give you the guideline. He will not give you the medicine, or he will not give you the shortcut way or the method to fulfill your knowledge vessel. No, not exactly. He will mentor you, guide you by which way he has been able to become the extraordinary speaker. You need to follow the footprint of that kind of resource person. And instructions, if you can just come up with the instruction properly, same person, then ultimately the potentiality of becoming the extraordinary speaker will just get boosted and skyrocketing, there is no doubt. To last my speech here, I need to say one thing, that is, don't be discouraged, demotivated, be potential, because you may not know that you are the best speaker. You may not know that you will be the extraordinary speaker. Why not you are thinking that you can just win the match. Match means win the world of communications and world of English language. That's all. Thank you very much. I think that you will look for the resource person, Mr. Farhaduddin Ahmed Bhuiya, who is well known and popularly known as John Sir, Mr. John. So you can contact with British Language and Law Academy. I'm repeating the phone number here. The resource person you can contact over this number is 01715819457. I'm repeating this one, 01715819457. Good luck.